is time to talk about Chick Magnet, aka CM Punk, aka Phil Brooks, because Phil Brooks was terminated on Saturday afternoon by AEW General Manager, President, and Head of Creative Tony Khan. And this is a saga that has gone on for literally 1 year. It started at All Out 2022 after the show when CM Punk called out the Elite. Then there was a fight in the Elite locker room. Then CM Punk and the Elite were suspended from AEW. Then the Elite were brought back to AEW. And a lot of people in the AEW locker room did not want to see CM Punk back because during CM Punk's first year of return, of course, in August of 2021, to that point of All Out 2022, he ruffled feathers the wrong way in AEW, starting with the Hangman Page incident at Double or Nothing 2022. Jon Moxley even said, enjoy CM Punk now because he will not last. Because CM Punk has an ego. I believe it was fractured before leaving WWE, obviously causing to leave WWE in 2014, as well as when he got knocked out on his ass twice at 2 UFC events. I believe also tapping out once. CM Punk has been, pretty irrelevant, I would say, since leaving WWE. Now, obviously, when he came back to AEW, there was a lot of excitement because AEW had a lot of momentum. Adam Cole was coming in. Bryan Danielson was coming in. AEW really seemed to be on the rise. But it seems like, and I've said this before, and again, I'm not an avid AEW watcher, but ever since All Out 2021, when Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole made their debuts in AEW, and when CM Punk had his first match back in Chicago in 7 years, that was supposed to be the turning point for AEW, and it's been downhill ever since. And over the last year, AEW has been nothing but drama. Wrestling fans are sick of it, and AEW has been, steady, if not on a little bit of a decline. Ratings-wise, there's not as much interest in the product. TBS and Tony Khan together created Collision, which was going to be CM Punk's show because the executives over there at Turner believed CM Punk would still be a draw, and they wanted to give AEW more TV programming. Well, CM Punk was a draw for the first week because people wanted to hear what he was going to say in his first promo back. He really didn't say much. He was the same old Punk. He didn't really seem apologetic. And then again, what happened at All In London with the fight with Jack Perry broke the camel's back. Now, I do not believe Tony Khan when he said his life was in danger. I don't really believe it necessarily escalated to that level, though, it could have. There's apparently video out there from Fightful Select. We don't really know what happened. But at the end of the day, and I talked about this with Josh Unger, you're going to hear me talk about it here under my payback recap. When we went in here with Josh, and I talked about, our debut episode of Championship Rings, and then we went into the CM Punk, sort of drama, if you will. That was pre-recorded, so we did not know that CM Punk was going to be fired before we recorded. So this is all new, obviously. So again, make that know that segment was pre-recorded. Our big announcement of Championship Rings occurring this Tuesday, September 5th, 2023 at 6 p.m. Eastern. Unbelievable. I cannot wait for that. But the bottom line is CM Punk was a locker room cancer. He should have never been brought back after the All Out incident last year and the All In incident this year in London just broke the camel's back. As for a potential return to WWE, no, I absolutely do not want it. Vince McMahon right now is out of the picture with back surgery. Locker room morale is great. The Payback pay-per-view, which again I will talk about here in a minute, was absolutely extraordinary. WWE ratings, merchandise sales are all on fire right now. And I do not want to see this guy, CM Punk. As great as it would be to have him return home to the company where he essentially started, along with Ring of Honor, which is now, somewhat surprisingly owned by Tony Khan. To see him come back to still Vince McMahon's promotion, to see him come back after 10 years away, would it be a hell of a story? Is there a lot there with him and Roman Reigns, him and John Cena, him and Seth Rollins, him and Kevin Owens, him and Sami Zayn, him and the Judgment Day, you name it. There's a lot of new superstars. Absolutely. But the bottom line is the guy is a locker room cancer, and I do not want him back. And this may very well be the end of CM Punk's wrestling career, because I do not think that CM Punk's heart was truly in this final run in June to September. There was clear incidents again that we kept reading backstage even after CM Punk debut. So a lot of people don't want him back. A lot of people don't want CM Punk anymore. And CM Punk was one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. But I'm sorry, CM, it's time to hang up the boot. Like that clip from the Brand's World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brand's World podcast right here on YouTube.